Every airport has a well-kept secret, and most travelers walk right past it without ever realizing what's happening. Every time I walk into an airport, I see a silent game happening. Adults scrambling, frustrated, confused. Meanwhile, the kids, yes, the kids, are sitting on invisible VIP thrones without even knowing it. Because in air travel, children have hidden powers most parents don't discover until it's almost too late. I've traveled a lot over the years, and I've seen almost everything the airline world can throw at a person. Delayed flights, lost bags, surprise fees, seat mix-ups, you name it. But there's one thing that always catches people off guard. Something most parents only discover when they're already stressed, tired, and standing at an airport counter with a confused child beside them. It's the strange, almost hidden world of airline travel rights for minors. Now, you might think kids just get special attention because they're, well, kids. But that's not the full story. There are unspoken rules, surprising benefits, and protections tucked deep inside airline policies. The kind of things airlines rarely explain unless you ask the right questions. And trust me, most people don't even know those questions exist. Travel is a mirror. It shows you the world, but it also shows you yourself. What you feel, what surprises you, what challenges you. This is where the real stories live. And today, that story takes us deep into something most travelers overlook. I'm Adesh from WakaTravels.com, and this is how you travel smarter. I remember once watching a mother panic at the check-in desk because she thought her 13-year-old couldn't fly alone. The airline staff quietly assured her that not only could he travel, but he also qualified for something called Unaccompanied Minor Assistance, an entire service package she didn't even know existed. And what shocked me most wasn't that it existed, but that it included perks grown adults would kill for: priority boarding, dedicated staff escorts, guaranteed supervision, snack vouchers, even in-flight check-ins. That's when I realized something important. Kids actually have more rights and protections in the air than most adults do. But unless someone breaks it down, clearly, realistically, and from an insider perspective, you'd never know. So in today's video, I'm lifting the curtain. I'm going deep into the airline travel benefits and rights that minors have, but most parents never hear about. And trust me, some of these benefits are so valuable that by the time we get to the last one, you're going to wonder why adults don't get them too. Stick with me, because one of the most shocking rights appears near the end. And it's something even frequent flyers overlook. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, because you're about to learn travel secrets even airlines won't tell you. Let's get started. Number 1. The Unaccompanied Minor Program. The most misunderstood lifeline. Most people hear unaccompanied minor and imagine a child walking bravely onto a plane alone with a flight attendant patting their head. But the actual Unaccompanied Minor Program, often called the service, is far bigger, far stricter, and far more protective than you might expect. Whenever parents look overwhelmed at an airport, the staff will sometimes ask, "Do you want service?" And the parents look puzzled because nobody explained what that even means. Here's the truth. If your child is between 5 and 14 years old, many airlines automatically require this service. But what they don't tell you is that the service comes with hidden perks. For starters, the child gets their own dedicated airline escort, not an airport volunteer, not a random staffer, an actual trained personnel whose entire job is to guide that child. They take them through check-in, immigration, security, and directly to the gate. No detours, no confusion, no wandering around. Basically, the VIP treatment adults usually pay hundreds of dollars to get. It doesn't stop there. Once your child is inside the terminal, they get early boarding, supervised seating, regular check-ins from flight attendants, and guaranteed support during layovers. If the flight gets delayed, the airline is responsible for food, supervision, and rerouting, which is something they rarely offer adults without a fight. Think about that. Kids get automatic care and compensation systems that adults have to argue for. But here's the part most parents don't know. This service gives you direct communication access. You can call the airline and ask for real-time updates on exactly where your child is at any moment during their travel journey. Before we move on, what if I told you there's a situation where your child gets priority treatment even when adults don't? That's coming next. Number 2. Airline. Priority treatment. Kids get fast-track perks adults pay for. Let me tell you a story. I once watched a family arrive at the airport late, really late. The kind of late that makes adults start sweating and whispering prayers. But in that moment, something surprising happened. The staff rushed the child forward, cleared security faster than the adults, and moved them through priority lanes. Why? Because minors, especially those traveling alone, get automatic priority handling. This doesn't mean skipping queues like royalty, but it does mean airlines take minors seriously. The fear of a child wandering off, missing a flight, or getting stuck in the airport forces airlines to give them expedited attention. This is why you'll notice agents fast-track unaccompanied minors at check-in. Security guides them through special lanes. Gate agents board them before everyone else. Flight attendants help settle them before adults start crowding the aisle. In the airline world, children aren't treated as passengers. They're treated as responsibilities. And responsibilities must be relocated quickly and safely. The hidden perk? Kids avoid long queues adults suffer through, especially the dreaded boarding chaos. But here's the twist. Most airlines never advertise this. If parents don't ask, they assume their child will be treated like everyone else. Meanwhile, the staff is quietly prepared to offer these priority privileges because it's part of their obligation. So yes, kids actually get a level of travel convenience adults don't. But wait until you hear the rule that gives minors more compensation rights than adults during delays. It's surprisingly generous. Number 3. Delay and AMP disruption protection. Minors get stronger entitlements than adults. When adults face flight delays, airlines usually throw out the same lines. Sorry for the inconvenience. We'll keep you updated. No compensation for weather disruptions. But when a minor is involved, whole different story. Airlines have a legal and moral obligation to protect children, especially those traveling without parents. This gives minors special treatment that grown adults would love to have. Here's what most people don't know. If a child's flight is delayed, the airline must assign dedicated supervision, provide meals and refreshments, offer safe waiting areas, ensure the child is not left alone, give priority rerouting, notify guardians automatically, offer hotel accommodation if the delay runs overnight, and yes, many airlines cover the hotel bill for minors even when adults get nothing. This means a child can end up in a comfortable hotel room while adults are sleeping on airport chairs. Another hidden truth. If a flight is cancelled, minors get first pick for the next available seat. even if the plane is almost full. Airlines prioritize their rebooking the same way they prioritize passengers with medical needs. Stick around, because the next section reveals something parents rarely realize. Kids have seat rights that adults do not. Number 4. Guaranteed seating with a responsible adult. Airlines must keep kids safe. This is one of the biggest secrets in family travel, and airlines almost never bring it up unless you confront them. If you're traveling with a child, especially under 14, airlines are required to seat the child next to you, or at least within arm's reach, regardless of seating fees. Some airlines will try to charge extra for family seating, but here's the trick. If you refuse to pay, they must still rearrange the cabin to keep you together, even if that means moving other paying passengers. I've seen passengers grumble when being moved, and I understand, but child safety trumps seat choice every time. This rule exists because there have been past incidents where kids were separated during turbulence, emergency landings, and in-flight medical situations. So regulators stepped in. Airlines now must ensure minors are never seated alone. Minors are not placed in exit rows. Minors are not seated next to unrelated adults. Flight attendants check on them more frequently, but we're not done yet. Because the next benefit is one only frequent flyers know about. Kids can get free travel to seat them together without charging extra. But we're not done yet. Because the next benefit is one only frequent flyers know about. Kids can get free travel upgrades in rare conditions. And it's completely legal. Number 5. Rare but real. Free upgrades for minors. During operational shuffles, upgrades. The magical word every adult prays for when boarding a flight. And believe it or not, minors sometimes get them before adults. Here's how it works. When an airline overbooks economy class, they need to free up seats quickly. They usually look for elite travelers or people who volunteered for upgrades. But if a minor is involved, especially one traveling alone, they sometimes move the child to a premium seat to solve a seating conflict or safety issue. Imagine a crew member saying, "We need this child in a safer section of the aircraft." Boom. Instant upgrade. I've seen unaccompanied minors placed in premium economy because it's easier for crew to monitor them. The cabin is quieter. They can be seated closer to flight attendants. There's more space in case of emergency. Adults rarely get such luck. Here's the kicker. Airlines don't reveal this because it's not an official benefit. It's a safety-driven upgrade, not a reward. But it happens often enough that parents should know it exists. Curious what happens if your child loses their travel documents mid-flight or at the airport? The next section covers a right that could literally save your trip. Number 6. Document protection. Kids can travel, even when something goes wrong. Adults who misplace travel documents face a nightmare. Cancelled trips, fines, embassy visits, endless paperwork. But for minors, airlines follow an emergency protocol designed specifically for children. If a minor loses a passport, boarding pass, or ID, the airline freezes their location so staff remains with them at all times. They verify identity using parental information. Security cooperates immediately. Immigration offers leniency. Emergency procedures allow safe transport. As long as the child is clearly identified as a minor and the guardians can be verified, the airline's job becomes ensuring the child's safety, not enforcing strict travel penalties. This protection exists because kids aren't expected to handle documents perfectly. They drop things. They misplace items. They panic easily. The airline system is built around preventing a child from being stranded or endangered. Adults don't get this level of backup, but there's an even bigger protection, something that travels with your child the entire journey. It's the emotional safety policy airlines rarely talk about. Number 7. Emotional support protocol. Airlines must prioritize a minor's mental comfort. When adults get anxious on flights, most people shrug and say, "Take a deep breath." But when a child is anxious, the airline must intervene. Staff are trained to talk to the child calmly, explain procedures in kid-friendly language, offer reassurance, distract anxious minors, provide snacks and comfort gestures, seat them near supportive passengers, maintain constant supervision. This is especially important during turbulence or nighttime flights. Flight attendants are literally instructed to kneel down, speak softly, and make sure the child feels secure. And they document everything. I've seen attendants personally escort kids to the lavatory, check their seatbelts during turbulence, and even help them contact guardians mid-flight. It's a whole emotional safety ecosystem adults don't receive. But here's where things get even more interesting. Minors have rights after landing too. Rights most parents don't take advantage of. Number 8. Arrival rights. Airlines must hand off minors safely and AMP directly after the plane lands. Adults rush off, desperate to grab their luggage and escape the airport. But minors are handled differently. If it's an unaccompanied minor, the airline cannot release them until they confirm the identity of the receiving guardian, match the guardian's ID with the documentation, log the handover, escort the child through baggage claim, accompany the child until the final handoff. If the guardian doesn't show up, the airline takes the child to a secure room and begins emergency contact procedures. This protection is critical. It ensures minors can't be picked up by the wrong person, even by mistake. And yes, airlines have denied dozens of adults who claimed to be picking up a child but couldn't verify themselves. In some countries, the airline must even hand the child over to law enforcement or child services if nobody comes. It's strict, but it's designed to protect kids above all else. Now, here's the final curveball. Kids actually have cost benefits too, including one fee exemption that surprises everyone. Number 9. Hidden financial benefits. Minors sometimes avoid fees. Adults pay. Air travel isn't cheap. But buried deep inside airline fee charts are unexpected cost breaks for minors. For example, checked bag fee exemptions, reduced airport tax for minors, lower unaccompanied minor service fees on off-peak days, discounted domestic fares for kids under certain ages, waived change fees, zero charge for seating assignments, complimentary snacks on some carriers. Airlines don't go out of their way to promote these because, well, they make more money when parents assume every fee applies. A lot of parents also don't realize that infants under 2 can travel internationally at drastically reduced rates. And many airlines allow free stroller check-ins, free car seat transport, and priority lane assistance for families, even if the adults didn't purchase priority privileges. One airline staff member once whispered to me, "Kids keep the system humane. Without child protections, air travel would be chaos." And honestly, they were right. Now, let's wrap everything together. If there's one thing I've learned over years of flying, it's that kids aren't just small passengers. They're protected travelers with rights, privileges, and secret advantages most adults don't know about. Airlines may not advertise these benefits, but they're real, designed to keep minors safe, comfortable, and supported at every stage of the journey. From priority boarding to compensation rights during delays, from emotional support to guaranteed seating, from hotel accommodations to emergency document protection, miners actually navigate the skies with a surprising amount of hidden protection. And now you know it all. Whether you're a parent, a guardian, or just someone who wants to travel smarter, understanding these rights can completely transform the way you plan your trips. Before you go, do me a favor, subscribe and share this video so more families and more travelers discover these insider secrets airlines never talk about. Your support helps this channel reach more people who deserve to travel confidently and safely. And if you want a part 2 covering international rules, passport hacks for kids, or global airline differences, let me know in the comments. I've got even deeper insights ready to go. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next travel guide.